Sagittarius, Russell, Crow, Brandon, Lee, Rachel, Rashad, Evans, Barry, Tina, Tina, Talia, someone from Italian, someone Italian Stallion, Silver's Pussy, an Aquarius, could be an Aquarium, but could be Leo. Yeah, so, how you doing, Sagittarius? Yeah, so I'm definitely hearing for you a load of names, basically. But yeah, Argentina, I keep hearing Argentina or urgent. I need to speak to you urgently. Urgently, desperately seeking a Susan. Susan, Steve, Sarah, Sassy, Sandra, but I desperately need to speak to you. So someone could be, I'm the one who wants to be with you. Deep inside, I hope you'll feel it too. Someone's feeling it too, hoping that the other person feels it too. So is that like a Two of Cups, and I hope that you feel it too? Do you feel what I feel? Someone's feeling it. And you feel it, and it, Steve, if I say it, you say Stephen King. Could be a Leo or an Aquarian. Could be myself. I don't know anybody else out there called a Steve. If you're Steve, you've got a fucking brilliant name. But I'm hearing for a lot of you, like, I'm the one that wants to be with you, and this song has came up all the way through these monthly readings so far. I would drive all night to be with you. Alchemy and you, Natalie, but I think there's a number 2 around here somewhere. Now, that could be a Libra placement, but it does a place. If I say place, you say cod, haddock, fish, skate, Pisces. Number 3. So like, I'm trying to get you to come over here. I'm trying to get you to reel you in, reel to reel. Same messages as another reading that I've done, but I will go on to that. Reedy, Damien, or someone that's called Reedy, or Reed. Eat, Read, Love, Sal, Sarah, Steve, Sassy, Sandra. But like, I'm trying to get you to like, look, listen, fish over there, or the other person. But like, God, you can't. So if you come over and your tooth out, and you're like, just open up there. Is that sucking it out or what? So someone could be having a tooth out. Yeah, tooth out. If you've got toothache, you might be don't look good. But like, look, I'm trying to make you an offer and say, look, you can come over here anytime you want. Like, anytime you want to come over here, just let me know, baby, and I'm free. So, and I'm free to do. So I'm free to do whatever I want. So someone here could be extremely fortunate when it comes to fortune, which would mean that they have money, Johnny. But it means that they are secure. They are a very secure person. Now, if you didn't know Sagittarius, I channel your life for you, basically. So it's called the Akashic Records. I'm a psychic, I'm a medium, I'm clairsentient, clairaudient, all that sort of shit. But anyway, so what they're saying is that this person is very secure. They have a secure blanket, basically, or a baby blanket, but they have a blanket. All right, which means a security net, or a net, or Natty, or Natalie. Hello, Natalie, if you're watching. I very much doubt it, but not a lot of famous people watch me. I'm just Steve. But like, I've got a landing net. Like, if you want to come over here, like, reel it in like that, you know, or I've got a bite. So some of you, it could be like Plenty of Fish, or it's just like a dating website, or you're just dating someone on the World Wide Web. If I say the world, you say it's a number 3, isn't it, Steve? And you go, yes, the world is a number 3. So you go, well, that must be a Pisces involved somewhere. And you go, aha. So I think, aha, I think I'm on something. And you're like, I think I'm up in here somewhere. But like, got you. Right, so I've got your attention, right? So somebody here has got the other person's attention, and they're like, now you've got my attention, right? So it's kind of like this. Okay, so basically what you're doing is more than likely, I would say, getting to know someone. Openly, could be someone from New Zealand. New Zealand people say that. Practically, but like, so it could be like Australia or New Zealand or that part of the world. So there's a 3, there's a Pisces, Sagittarian, life path 5, or Taurus placement. Like I said, okay, here we go again. Jen, Julian, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, Jackie's son, Jackson. Someone could be like Thailand or something like that. But yeah, I read in numerology, and if you guys didn't know that when you're watching tarot card readings, you can follow the numbers. What do you know? And it works, and I should be the only one that does it. But yeah, Sagittarius is a 5. Taurus is a major arcana 5 too. So you could be doing like Sag, Taurus, Libra. But like Sagittarius 5, Taurus is a 5, and if you're a life path 5, you can watch it as well. And then you say, Steve, but what do you mean? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? Yep, anywhere. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, North Node. If you have a placement of Taurus or Sagittarian, or even in your North Node, South Node, right? But, you know, you can watch it from that aspect. So it means that you can watch Taurus readings too. Even though you haven't got Taurus in it. What do you know? Okay. So I'm hearing this kind of energy of like a world, right? And you to me are everything, the sweetest song that I can sing. Oh, baby. Thing, Steve. Oh, baby. I'm a singer in a band. Some of you are in a band, or this person plays music. I'm also hearing band on the run. Band on the run. Sailor Sam. Sailor Sam. Samantha, and Sailor Sam, 6 of Swords, travelling, Capricorn, Gemini, 6 of Swords, Sailor Sam, in search for everyone, in search of the one. Ooh, some of you may feel like I found the one, but trouble is I have to sail over there to see them. So some of you, it might be a boat trip, it could be a plane, train, or automobile, whichever way it is. But I think that the connection that some of you may have could be on the World Wide Web. You probably found someone, you could be dating them, you could be talking to them, you could be getting to know them, or them, Emily, Melissa, Maria, Michael Jackson, Julian Jackson, Jack, and you're kind of like, you know what, I'm kind of like intrigued and blah, 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 and so on and so forth, and you could be talking to someone. Now, if this is not like love related, and you're kind of like looking at business relation, then, like I said, it's like putting myself out there and putting my CV out and all that sort of stuff, and I'm making myself known. I'm trying to get my name out there and blah, 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 and my name is Mendez, my name is Eminem, Marshalls. Some of you might be looking at Marshalls if you're buying a guitar or a synthesizer or an amplifier. There is definitely Steve. There are definitely music references that I also hear. Now I'm hearing some of you might be looking for a reference, and you're kind of like, look, I really do need a reference. I need you to tell these people that I'm a good person, blah, 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 so on and so forth, so I can get a reference, right? So I'm also hearing referee. So referee, so there's like a big E on the end of something, so it could be South African, but like a referee, so referring, someone could be barking their pussy. I mean, does a cat bark? Don't know, but like, so something to do with around, but is it, I'm picking up, right, Lumpy, when we were young, something to do with Adele. Maybe you could be listening to that song, or Adele, Turning Tables, but when we were young. But in my head, I'm picking up that film that was not Groundhog Day, Christmas, Scrooged, when Bill Murray and that other woman are sitting on the sofa, and he buys her a book, and it's like, what do you call it, like sex positions or whatnot. And she says, did you know that there's a place that you can touch a woman and she'll bark like a dog? So it's kind of like that, finding someone's spot or position, or you're doing this to yourself. You're like, oh my God, I just found the right spot. Or you are picking spots, or you've got acne, or, like a spot. Well, actually, I found out, because I was saying this on, funnily enough, what do you know? Isn't that funny that when you talk about things on Google or YouTube, right, suddenly everything seems to come up on your YouTube, and you're like, well, bug me, Frank. What do you know? So yesterday, on one of the readings, I was talking about saying that I'd got a skin tag on my eyelid. Now I'm hearing Lydia, Aunt Lydia, really? Lizzie, Liz Taylor, Tyler, Tanya, Tarot, Tyler's Tarot, Tanya, Great Britannia, someone from Britain, Brian, Beth, Bradford, British Isles. There's people from Britain over here. Hello, British people. Are you out there? I'm from Britain too. But like, so funnily enough, I'm kind of like 5 minutes ago, I'm looking up and it came up with this guy, and he does like, he's a guy and he does skin. Like, the best things to buy for your skin if you're a man. And one of the videos that came up, it said how to remove any mole or any skin tag or any wart or anything like that for free, easy as fuck. All you need is this castor oil, and you need some, I think it's bicarbonate soda. I can't remember which one. Don't go and take my word for it. Look it up. But it was some kind of like white powder, I think. Right? Okay. And you get the oil, the white powder, and then you put it in, you mix it up. Okay. And then you apply it to any mole or any kind of skin blemish that's on the skin. And you do that, and then you put a plaster over it, and you leave it. And you probably do that for, it could be a week, could be 2 weeks, could be 3, but it would 100% come off. Now, the trouble is with mine being on my eyelid, I can't really put a plaster over my fucking eyelid. But like, it's really annoying. It's right on the end there. Can you see it? It's right on the end there. But yeah, because in the other one I was saying that wherever there was a mole, there is now a hole. So, I don't know, some of you might be looking into this, but unless you've got a holy mole, unless you've got a... Oh, okay, someone's got a mole where their hole is. Ooh, ooh, ooh. What hole is that? Somebody's like, well, you can't see my mole. And you're like, well, where is it? And it's like, well, it's where my hole is. Oh. So some of you have got like a skin tag or a mole around your pussy. So there you go, a moley pussy. So someone's like, well, I've got a mole down there. So, I don't know, do you? Trust me, I'm a medium. I can tell. Some of you have. Because it says I've got a mole down where my pussy is. Now, it could be a Leo that has it, or an Aquarian. I really don't know. And if it isn't a male, it could be a mole on their dick. I really don't know. But I've got a mole on my dick. So, yeah, good luck with that one. Put a plaster around that motherfucker if you can, right? So, because trust me, I would probably need, like, I don't know, a few yards of it, maybe. Like, let's just get this plaster around here. I'm just saying... God, Sagittarius, I don't need a small plaster. I need a big one. All right. So, anyway, you're a bit of a condescending prick, aren't you, Steve? No, I'm confident. So, yeah, so what have you got? So you think you can tell heaven from hell, Capricorn or a Taurus? Taurus, Capricorn or Gemini placement. And I think you can tell we're just two lost souls swimming in a fish bowl. So there's fish here, Pisces, Capricorn, Gemini placements. And we're just two lost souls swimming in a fish bowl. Okay, fish bowl in it. We're just bowling. Some of you could have gone or you've going bowling. Bowling? Bowl. Steve, can you say that again? Bowling. Can you say it twice? Bowling? But some of you have gone bowling. I think I said it more than twice. Bowling. I think we're stuck. Stop. Some of you could be stuttering and you did this. But Mr. Grimsdale, and you what instead? Someone got a stutter rap, or rapping. Some of you like got with the lyrics and the rap. Now, if any of you guys out there like Steve, what happened to the lyrics I sent? I'm sorry, but I needed more because there's only a few. I have got them, but I added a load of my own. I don't know. I keep making music, and then I'm like, nah, it doesn't sound right, and then I get rid of it, you know, and then I'm like, oh, that one sounds all right, and then I'm like, oh, it just doesn't sound right. So I've got to be in the right mood in order to make music. So some of you sent me in lyrics. They will come out at some point, but please be patient. I have lots of things to do. But yeah, what else have we got? So, general message, something to do with the world, something to do with travelling, on holiday, or like going to see someone, or seaside. Okay, same messages that have come up through the other one. Some of you, it's something to do with around a fish, and sort of like, you know, sort of like baiting someone and saying, look, you know, I've got a landing net for you. You can come over here, and I can, you know, I can put you up, or I can keep you safe and whatnot. And like not, if I say not, you say Pisces, casting out a net, Natalie. But like, you know, I'm casting out, or I'm casting. Cast. Some of you could have a cast or a half cast, maybe like really nice brown skin. But I'm hearing something to do with around casting. So like a chrome cast. I'm also hearing a chrome cast, or chroma, or Roma, or Rona, or Ronin, or that this came up yesterday, the name. Rowena, Regina, Rowena, Regina, Regina Applebum. But like, something to do with a Chromecast, like that goes into your television, like I don't know, a dongle, these Fire Sticks that hold all of these films on or something, or a Chromecast that allows you to like put your phone or your iPad onto your telly. That was a Chromecast, right? But if it isn't that, I'm picking up like a dongle or something, like a dongle that goes somewhere. It might be where you're looking for more internet coverage and you need to get like something on a dongle. I mean, I don't use them and I haven't for ages, but I think they used to do those, right? And back in days at Thusla, we used to get a dongle and it's like, how much do you want on this? Like internet providing service on a dongle, maybe. I don't know. Some of you might be looking for like electronic equipment or something like that. It could be music related, it could be like television, phone, but I'm picking up like a dongle or like probably like a telephone maybe, because I'm picking up on the telephone line. Blondie, there's a blonde person. Is that me? There's a blonde person talking to you on the telephone. Because I'm hearing Blondie and on the telephone. So something's around telephone service. Or you're doing a service on the telephone. It could be Skype. It could be, like I said, I mean, I do Skype for people. Like when you want personal readings, you just have to apply and say, Steve. I mean, I much prefer to do those, to be honest with you, because I prefer to talk to people. But I do, you know, when I do, I don't do voodoo, no. But when I do, the person's wanting me to talk about voodoo again, no. When I do personal readings, I also do a recorded reading, but I also do like Skype or Facebook or something like that. Like Messenger is normally really good because it's really easy for me to use. And a lot of people out there haven't got Skype or they haven't got this and they haven't got that. And I'm just like, Facebook, Messenger, bam, there you go. It's so much easier. So it could be something like that you're wanting a reading or doing a reading. It can be, like I said, a dongle is anything to do with electronical equipment that you may be looking into to buy. I'm hearing Best Buy, or I best go and buy one or something, or I need this and I best go and buy it, right? So whatever that comes up for, because trust me, that could be kipper, fish, could be anything. Fish, Pisces, but it could be anything. You could be going shopping, right? I'm actually got to go today. I'm going to go and buy me fish today. I love it, me. I am addicted at the moment, addicted to eating expensive fish. Like, I really am. Salmon. I don't like tuna. I don't mind tinned tuna, but I don't like tuna steaks. I think they taste fucking awful. But I love skate. I love all kinds of different fish. Kipper, okay, like in salt and pepper, all those kind of things, right? And then you just put them into the air fryer. They've got no carbohydrate in them, so they're brilliant. They've got loads of oil in them, which is really good for your skin. It's really good for your diet. Okay, you want a nice fatty piece of fish. But yeah, salmon, and I think that they're called, what do you call it? So you go and there's like 4 of them all shriveled up into like a plastic bag, and you undo it and you're like, and it's got like pepper on it and stuff. Okay. I think they're called kippers. But anyway, yeah, so I have those. Like, and that, trust me how much that fills you up. I just had 2 now. And I'm like, oh, I'm fucking full. Right. So, yeah, you might be on a diet. You might be eating a lot of fish, poultry, this sort of stuff, right? Favourite one for me is pork. Pork sword. All day long, bruv, do I love myself a bit of sausage. Fuck do I. Well, not actually sausage. Pork, right? So minced pork and pork belly. But I have that every single day and I love it. Pork belly, nice thin strips, okay? Couple of 3 of those. What's that called? Okay, I'm hearing New York strip. New York strip. We don't get New York strips here because we're not from fucking New York. But I'm hearing a New York strip or a sunset strip or a strip tease, or someone's teasing someone and pleasing someone and going, oh, look, I've got a nice, and you're like, oh, shit, let's have a look down there. you know, like, it could be that. It could be Demi Moore. Anybody's got D in their name, D. But like Demi Moore or Patrick Swayze or Patrick or Fitzpatrick, Fitzgerald. I'm also hearing D, Dan, Danielle, Dana, Dinah, Dan, 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 Dan. But yeah, anybody who's got D in their name. And I'm also hearing like a strip tease or a please and tease or a P's and T's. P's and T's? P's and T's. Teasing, Maltese? Or teasing someone, pleasing them, flirting. Some of you are flirting with somebody here with a D name. With a D name. D name. D name? Danam? Daname? Danam Bam. Danam? Vietnam? Vietnam. Viennetta. Vienna. So, you could be from Viennetta or Venezuela. 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 Viennetta. Mint ice cream. Viennetta. Ice cream. Ice cream. Youth cream. Wheat cream for ice cream. Some of you are just kind of like, let's go for ice cream. Or you're like, oh, ice cream everywhere. Someone's squirting. Could be a squirter. Someone could be playing with themselves. I mean, everybody plays with themselves, right? Surely. But like, you could be squirting. You could be creaming yourself all over the place. You could have baby oil. I use... Hold on a minute, Steve. Back up a little bit before we start talking about that. Someone wants to talk about sex, I'm feeling like. Have you got oil and stuff ready or whatnot? But no, I was going to say that I put oil in my hair, like when I do my hair, because it's like tangle, like my hair is like... So I have this, it's really expensive, right? People use that? Right. So I'm a masculine guy, right? But I do use products, Dave, right? But yeah, I've only just come across this. I'm 47, and I never fucking knew that you could actually buy a hair product that is an oil that you can put in dry fucking... I didn't know fucking nothing about it. I know it's expensive, but I bought some, and like one little squirt, nice bit of oil on your hands, like, you're like, whoa, that's all me shrivs gone. So like, you could be oiling yourself up, you could be burning the midnight oil, candles, could be dealing with a candle wick green or a green door, someone that lives at a green door, or they live around the green. You can also be doing candles, hypnotherapy, aromatherapy, burning the midnight oil, Virgo, life path 9, always lighting candles, candle this, candle that, candle this, candle that. Let's buy a candle, let's buy loads of candles. Some of you love candles. I will tell you, burning candles is not good for you in a locked room. You don't want to be burning them long. A lot of people have asked me, Steve, does this affect anything that you do spiritually? For me, no. Never burnt a candle barely in my life. Right, because I am Diana Ross or Diane like a candle in the wind. But I've never burned candles. I never use sage. I never use crystals because they may be feminine, but I don't need them. They're not for me, right? It doesn't do anything spiritually for me. Going outside and breathing, it works for me, right? But some of you, like I said, it could be where it's this candle burning. But I will tell you, though, that burning candles absorbs oxygen and it pulls it out of the room. Okay, so it's not good to be burning candles all of the time, especially if you've got a lot of them, right? Because it sucks all the oxygen out of the room and that can affect your skin and everything else. So I would always say be careful around candles. I actually don't like candles because I don't like things that are lit in my room or, well, in the house. Don't like fire, really. But like I said, if you're using candles, just be aware that they do absorb a lot of oxygen, okay? Oxygenates. And it doesn't do anything. It doesn't affect any kind of thing around spirits. It doesn't, But like I said, it's up to you what you guys believe in. I would not try to fight against someone's condition, but if you're asking me, does all that sort of shit work for you, Steve? No, it never has, never will. I don't buy it. I'm not going to spend money on crystals. I've tried it once before, doesn't work, and there was no point, right? So how do I heal myself? I connect with spirit. I do this, right? If I'm open, what happens? I'm open to a spirit. If I'm open to you and I'm open to a spirit and I'm open to channeling, then who heals me? My spirit. Who's that? Me. It's called alchemy, right? But yeah, who heals Steve? I do, right? Because I open up, right? So yeah, there you go. There's a load of your... you're talking to someone, flirting and teasing with someone. Could be from Malta or Mayuka, come on pretty mama. But like Spain or something like that. Madrid. Real Madrid. Wow. Any of you play football? Real Madrid? Ralph, Rachel, Rashad. Some of you could be a Leo that's got an M in their name, like my ex. Are you watching? Sorry, ex. But there is no chance anymore. Hope you've moved on though. Emily, but I hope you've moved on. If you are watching, I hope you've moved on. I do wish you well. But yeah, I'm hearing an M. Sorry, it just freaks me out when there's loads of other people on here that have got M in their name and that my ex was, well, Emily. But you could be called Emily. See Emily play. So a little child, it's called Emily because I'm hearing playing on the swings or something like that. Swings and roundabouts. But I'm also hearing Madrid or Real Madrid or M and any M, or it's to do with around a Leo, specific Leo, because I'm hearing rough. So, I don't know, someone could be making a lot of noise, or you live around there there's a lot of animals, or I don't know, you snort when you laugh. Right? Someone could be making you snot bubble. You're right, sweetheart. You made me piss myself a little bit with a snot bubble. Unless you've got snotty kids. Snotty kids. We're snotty kids in America. Kimberly, Kim Bolton, Kim Tasia, Kim Tastic, Kimberly. Anyway, let's go. Sagittarius. Hello, Sagittarius. So, if you didn't know, I'm a Sagittarius. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, the King of Cups is here. Now, why is this charismatic? Right? Well, carry. I'm also hearing carry on, as if nothing really matters. Okay. So, why is it that I say to men... what I'd have to say about men, but yeah, it's. I'm not going to do that because I wanted to do a video. To be honest with you, sorry, because I'm kind of picking up a sign. Are you giving me a sign? Sign language, or someone that's deaf, Steph and Jeff, or are you like sinus? Someone that has sinus problems, or Simon or Cynthia, but like sinus problems. Like myself, right? Sinus. Silent witness. Someone's being silent. That doesn't work when you play the silent game. You see, the thing is, right? A lot of you women have got masculine qualities, right? When a man truly knows what he wants, right? What does a woman want? Validation. Valley. But what does a woman want? Validation. Why? Because it's the most important thing to get a woman. They want to be seen. They want to be heard. Why? Because you're the ones that are looking for a relationship. You think a man is looking for a relationship? A stable one? It's not a man that picks a woman. It's the opposite. It's not a woman that picks a man. It is the opposite. It's a man that picks a woman. When a man picks a woman. Why? Right. So what do men do? Majority of the time. Play football. Play golf. Work. Provide. Earn money. And I'm talking about good men, not dickheads, right? They work, they provide, okay? They play football, they go to golf, they work, go to the gym, they work, they play Xbox, PlayStation, go to the boozer, go to the pub, see their mates, crack on as a geezer, right? Watch porn, majority of the time, right? What do women do? They're always on multimedia. Why? Because they post a lot of pictures of themselves, right? Nothing wrong in it, right? It's nice to see a good-looking woman, right? But they like all their makeup and they like their hair and doing all their stuff, and they love like, okay, I need to get someone's attention, right? So I need to let everybody know that I'm looking really good, right? So what is a woman looking for? Validation, right? So what do? Notice her. That's the one rule, is noticing a woman, right? Is to notice that a woman is putting in effort into herself, right? Because that's what she's looking for. You women are not supposed to be listening to this, right? But they look for validation, right? So they're looking for acceptance, to be accepted, right? To be validated, to say, you're really attractive, you really are worth the time of a man to put in towards you, because a woman is looking for validation. Okay, so when they find it and you let them know that you are gorgeous and that you're everything else, okay, you apply what from a male's perspective? Time. You put time into a person to know that they're worth it, because it's one of the most validating things that there is to say, because if no one thinks that someone's time is not enough, then you might as well fuck off. Because if a male energy is putting time into you, a lot of time, and I mean time and effort, that means that they're a long run. They're in for the long haul, the long run, right? It does, right? If you get a player that's kind of like just applying these methods that I can tell a lot of you male energies, because people can use it for evil, right? Because you women think that like men are supposed to ask you out, right? It doesn't work that way, right? You want to be looked after. You want to be nurtured. You want your own job and things like that. But really what you want is a stable, masculine, decent guy, right? So if you're looking for validation, do you think that a man is supposed to come to you when they're stable? No. Well, like I said, if they do, you want to think yourself lucky if they're putting time and effort into you, right? Because a lot of you women, you're on here, probably not now, but you're on here trying to get validation off a male energy that is not giving it to you, right? You're not supposed to be, you are seeking for validation, but if a person isn't giving you it and they're not recognizing you, then what are you doing? Right? It's obvious, right? It's obvious. Because trust me, when a few wrong men know these few same secret tricks that women like and love, right? Which is obviously confidence, but it's about knowing one's fucking worth. That's what it is. That I'm worthy. I'm a worth it person to be with because I have masculinity. I have support myself, okay? I have money, I have a great job, I probably have a big knob, and I have all of these things about me, and I'm extremely stable, and I know how to run a family, and I know how to be stable. Who wants that? Fucking all of you lot. All of you lot. Right? So those techniques, doesn't matter a fuck how someone looks. Trust me, when you have charismatic charisma, and you are driven and you're a go-getter, I want you. I want you. So if I do want you, I'll be putting all of the time into who? You. Right? So what does that do? Validate the woman as like, oh my God, I'm the chosen one. The supportive, stable energy has chosen me. Why? Because they're putting time and effort into me. Right? So if you're getting someone that puts more time and effort into you than other people and all that sort of shit, well, then you know, right? Because the man or the male energy knows those secrets, right? Some of them. So, bless them. Right? So you've got King of Cups, right? King of Cups. So a stable energy. But some of you guys, like I said, you need, if you're looking for validation and this person is giving you it, then... right, think yourself lucky, right, here. Let's see. I don't mean in a condescending way, no, not in a condescending way, no. Because the king has stature. What is the second rule of getting a really decent woman? Stature, right? If you was a DJ, right, and you was out there and you were doing music, what would you have? Fucking loads of women around you, flocking at your heels, if you had stature. So if you went to a boozer and a pub and everything else, and everybody, all male energies were like, Steve, 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 or whoever you are, right? That would catch the eye of who? Women. If male energies were all around one male energy, because the male energy was light and vibrant and fucking full of life, seemed to have stature, what does that attract? Law of attraction. What is that? A female. Right? Female all day long. Because they seek for validation. They feel like if I'm in with someone that is like that, then I will get validation and be seen. Because you go back to the rule of thumb, which is multimedia. Women love to be seen, right? Men don't. You probably won't see a lot of male energies taking loads of selfies and putting themselves out there because they know who they are and what they've got, right? So, I don't, does this make any sense to anybody here? So I feel like I'm probably talking to a few male energies here, maybe. Okay, or y'all, like, y'all, but like you could be feminine energies that are too masculine, okay? Because like I said, it's you're not worthy, okay? Like I said, worth it. Stature, okay? Importance. Look at the King of Cups. He's important. That's how he feels. That's how he looks. That he's important, right? It's very important to this person to make sure that the right woman comes along to be his queen. Because he looks important. He probably is important. He probably has an important role to play in your life, which is what? Stability of a king. It's what you all want, right? But you don't have to fight to get their attention. Because if they're not giving you it, they're not. Right? Don't make yourself desperate, ladies. Fuck's sake. Sorry. And if you're a male, do not come across as if you're desperate, because you'll not get anybody. I'm just saying. Right, Two of Swords. Right, so Two of Swords. So someone's thinking, a stable person or an unstable person? Probably blind to the truth that there's a really decent guy there. Because, like I said, a lot of women go for dickheads, right? They go for their karmics. Loads of people run back off to their twat flames so many times. Oh no, I want the person that's going to treat me like shit. Why? Because they're coming in and they're doing all of those things that I'm telling you, but they're not applying it in the right manner. They're coming in and feeding you a line and then fucking off and making you want them even more because they're not validating you as that important as someone else. That's a player, sweetheart. Right, yeah. Let's see. Sagittarius. Sagittarius. So, oh, Jesus. Sagittarius for April, if I didn't tell you. So you got a 4. Scorpio, Aries. Like I said, this person knows their worth. They know their worth. They know that they're weight in gold. They could have money. They could have stature. They could have popularity. And they're kind of like, no way, Jose. You don't stand a chance. Right, here. Now, a lot of you, if you've got an ex-husband or a wife and it's been going really bad, you've blocked the person out, right? But do not keep doing the cat and mouse shit, right? Block them, unblock them, block them, unblock them, block them, and then feel really shit, right? You're supposed to thank God that this person isn't in my life anymore, right? Thank God, Steve Vai, right? But like, you know, hold on to what we... Don't want to be just your friend, but I don't want to be your second choice. I don't want to be just your friend. Someone doesn't want to be the second choice and they don't also want to be their friend. What the fucking hell kind of Muppet show is that? I don't want to be your second choice and I don't want to just be your friend, but I want to be your friend but not your I don't get it. So, is it Sylvester Stallone? Like, I don't know what's going on here. Well, we will find out. Now, is it the person that's emotionally open? Or is it the person that's emotionally blocked? Do you know what I'm saying? Right? It's up to you. The person that's emotionally open or the person that's emotionally blocked. Guarantee you most of you will want the person that's emotionally blocked. Why? Because you'll be fighting for validation. You will. More than likely. Male or female. Fighting to get their attention when they're giving it to someone else. Makes you want them even more. Right? Because if you was to use that tactic in a very nasty way, when where you've really applied a lot of attention into someone and you've come across as really genuine, right, and someone falls in love with you and you have a spiritual connection, and then you tell them that you don't want that person, that pretty much sometimes makes them want you even more when they know that you don't want them, that you don't validate them anymore. Because that makes them feel that they need to change their appearance, to change their look, to go through a transformation. Why is it that the person that said that they love me and did sleep with me and want all of that, that does think that I'm attractive, as they wouldn't have done all that? So why don't they now? What's wrong with me? So then a woman goes down to then their basic changing of appearance, changing of everything else, photographs, Instagram, Twitter, all of that stuff, when they're actually not feeling good about themselves because they're looking for validation. Because if you wasn't, you wouldn't be putting pictures up, because what's the point? What are you doing? Putting it out there for girls? Do you put pictures up of yourself for women to see? If you say yes, you're lying. So when people get dumped, they start looking for validation. I need to put myself out there. I've got to start making myself look more attractive. I've got to lose weight maybe. I've got to start doing these. I've got to do my hair. I've got to put oil. I've got to start looking after my skin. I've got to start doing this. I've got to start going out. I've got to start looking for validation of other people. Right. I've got to try and get a male's attention. Right? Is any of this sinking into, or am I just like wasting my time with people here? Right? But like Sagittarius. What's Sagittarius got coming up? Oh jeez, oh my word. 9 of Wands. Now, you're obviously dealing with an ex, or an ex-husband, or a wife. This person's a lunatic. This person's a lunatic. They're probably in the loony bin, probably. Thrown it in the bin, dusty bin. Danielle, sorry, not you, Danielle, you're not a lunatic. Where have you been, Danielle, anyway? Hope you're all right. But yeah, stop, right? Looking for validation in the wrong areas, guys, if this is you, right? Because like I said, if someone doesn't respect you enough for who you are, then you don't need to change yourself to get validation from someone that controls and manipulates the fuck out of you here. Right? Someone might be trying to control someone's assets, their money, right? Control their assets and their money for them. Keeps harassing someone about money. Right? I want money, I want money, I want money, I want money, I want money. Well, money isn't for fucking nothing. Chicks are not for free. Okay. Says, yeah, but I want it, I want it, I want. It's not yours to have. Right? And it might be someone else's husband or wife. It's not your property. Right? Here. Now, it might be where someone's living, saying, you might be living here, but it's not your property, it's mine. So someone might be after someone's assets of property to say that, well, there's 2 reasons of property in England. Property is the property market, meaning a house and a home. That's like this is half my property right here. But then you can cast out a slang, which means this is my girlfriend or this is my boyfriend, and I've pissed up the leg of that person because I'm a polecat. And that's my property. Right? But you shouldn't treat people like that. Right? Just saying. But I'm hearing property. So this is to do with around a house or a home or a dysfunctional fighting over who owns a company or a house or something like that around someone's property. Okay, property. Because like I said, I've got a feeling there's money here, right? Money. Now, if you're getting a divorce, you're actually getting a divorce, well, then there's the argument within the property. Who gets the house? Who gets the money? Who gets the money? Who gets the house? Right? Property. Excuse me, just burped on national television. But like, oh, it is national television. It is. People have laughed before. Oh, Stephen said national television. It is. Goes out nationally. Okay. And it is what? Television. So just let me have my moment of fame, Sagittarius. But yeah, this is over property and over assets and money, and I feel like a complete separation. Because Libra here can represent justice, and it can also represent what do you call it? My other card that everyone says is Scorpio. It's not. It's a 2. It's Libra. Judgment, justice, and judgment. They're both major arcana 2s. Okay. So it means death, it means divorce, it means separation. So any two, it doesn't matter. It just means we're going through a very difficult period at the moment. But because you are called Steve, and you can see in these cards that it doesn't say anything about court, to me, channeled wise, it does. Okay, so something to do with around assets and money and the separation of that because of the court system, which would be two of Libra and also justice, right? So that's some of you. So it's either like a separation, divorce, ex-husband, ex-wife, maybe children involved, assets definitely involved. And if assets are involved, that means that they have half of what? Because someone can't demand half of the assets, even if they're just a girlfriend, you know, unless it's like common law, man and wife. But in Britain, you don't have a leg to stand on if you're not actually married. You know, I didn't when I left a 10-year ex of mine. I left and there was no way that she's got 3 kids, so I wasn't really gonna kick all the 3 kids out. So I'd already got rid of my old place because I knew I was living there. But then when we split up, I left and I had fucking nowhere. I'd give up on my place and never mind. But that's a long time ago. But what am I doing? Sagittarius. Michelle, you might be out there actually. I know a few of you are called Michelle, but one of my exes a long time ago was called Michelle, and she was a Sagittarian. Are you watching, Michelle? Remember the fucking terrible relationship we were in for 10 years? Well, I think it was 8 actually. Yeah. But we did go through that. It was actually with me with a Sagittarius many moons ago. Yeah, assets, money, trying to like, well, you're leaving. Well, where am I going to go? You're going to kick me out. Where am I going? You know. So, like I said, husband, wife, and if not, this is 100% separation. This is not a new person, by the way. If any of you are kind of like, well, I've just met a new person. No, this isn't. This is not a new person. Oh, unless it is, and you're getting extremely fucking bad vibes from them. But if it is, it's probably because they've gone back off to an ex, and that they've done this to the person. This is a karmic energy, which means that, you know, if you were talking to someone and they like ghosted you and like this is ghosting and they ghosted you, it's because they fucked off to a karmic ex and now this has happened to them. And this has happened to the other person too. Now they're stuck in that, going back to the energy of not speaking, not talking, blocking, ghosting, doing the masculine thing where a feminine becomes masculine, which is very unattractive because they try to get validation from other men that draw them into a conclusion where they're just like, oh, now I've got your attention, I can fuck off back to my ex. And the feminine energy learns from the masculine energy that's manipulating them, so they become masculine, right? You do realise that when you're feminine, you become masculine, right? But when you're feminine, you need a feminine approach to get a true masculine. So you have to get through all of those feminine, masculine, feminine, masculine, and then eventually after so long you become feminine and masculine. Okay, there's processes. Sorry, Sagittarius, majority of your reading for April has been me just sort of like channeling a few cards and giving you advice and seeing what I'm seeing. I know a lot of other readers probably give you a lot more cards, but I'm going to have to cut it short because I'm done nearly an hour and I've got other readings to do. But if you want to join, it really is very cheap. It's only $2 or $3, unless you want the silver or gold tier where your weeklies and monthlies and the teaching videos are. But the bronze tier is now open because it's a monthly reading for April. So it's $2 or $3. You get access to all 12 readings, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, North Node, all 12 star signs, your partner, them, the other person, and numerology if you follow me. If you're lucky enough to have, you know, a lot of placements, Gemini, Capricorn, what, 6 and 6, Taurus, Virgo, you know, Taurus, Sagittarian you can watch. So you can do all of those too, and you can pick up all the story, put them all together, and there you go. You know your story, right? But because this could turn around. Know your story, morning glory. Someone's from Manchester. So there you go, guys. So if you want to follow me, the link is provided below. And if you don't want to do that and you can't afford it, you might just want to join the join button. Joining the join button just really helps Steve out, because it just gives me a little bit extra in revenue to put towards the revenue that YouTube's really not giving me too much. So your guys' help, if you join the join button, that gives me extra revenue, and I've left it very cheap. So if a few of you join, it just gives me a pay packet at the end of the month, God damn it. But in return for that, what you get is 1 free reading per month. You get random readings and a few odd teaching videos that I've thrown over there, just I've found that you guys would find very informative. But if you like those teaching videos and you're over there and you want loads more, you'll need to join Patreon and the gold tier there, because there's 70 on there. Okay, but there is the odd few video, and I just throw little things over there for people as well, just to say thanks. So you've got options. Thanks very much, guys. Really appreciate it. That's your April reading so far. I'll see you on the link below, and we'll go through your whole reading.